Everyone, welcome back from Labor Day weekend. Hope it was all enjoyable for all of you. I'd like to call the meeting of the Hammond Redevelopment Commission to order on this Tuesday, September 6, 2022. It is now 4:31. The meeting will begin. Can you please stand for a pledge of allegiance and a quick moment of silence after? Mr. Myrick, can you lead us, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner. Cynthia, can we get a roll call on tonight's commissioners?
Tomich.
Here.
Soto Presley.
Here.
DeRay.
Here.
Myricks.
Here.
Poppridge.
Here, for the record, we have all five are present. Okay, number 3, declaration of conflict of interest. Okay, number 4, communications.
None were received.
Okay, thank you, Cynthia. Number 5 is our minutes. We've got 4 dates: July 15th, July 19th, August 2nd, and August 16th. Those are all 2022.
We had July 5th. You said 15th.
July 5th, excuse me.
Mr. President, I make a motion to approve the minutes for the Hammond Redevelopment Commission for the dates of July 5th, July 19th, August 2nd, and August 16th of 2022.
I second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Thomas, seconded by Commissioner Soto Presley. Is there any questions on these minutes? Okay, roll call then, please.
Tomich.
Yes.
Soto Presley.
Yes.
DeRay.
Yes.
Myricks.
Yes.
Poppridge.
Yes, motion passes, 5 yes. Okay, number 6, the roof program. It's been taken off the agenda. The applicant withdrew, so no actions needed there. We'll move along to number 7, approval of contract for business consulting strategies and training for small businesses in Hammond, Indiana.
Great.
Good evening, Commissioners. In front of you, you have the contract between the Redevelopment Commission and I Can Start. It's a business by a former Purdue Northwest professor, Dusan Nikolovsky. Dusan has been teaching this class, which was created by our Department in Economic Development for 3 years now. Each year, Economic Development receives money from CDBG to go straight for economic development purposes. And 3 years ago, we developed this small business marketing program with Dusan. It meets twice a year for 4 weeks each, and we have at least 10 companies from Hammond attend each class, and they basically learn the nuts and bolts about starting up, running, and profiting from a small business in Hammond. We've heard nothing but good things about this program from all the attendees, and then once they've completed the program, they are eligible to up to $3,000 worth of funds from the CDBG money in order to promote them, anything marketing-wise. So this is the fall session for this small business marketing program.
Just correct me if I'm right or wrong, Ann. Hasn't he sat in on HDC meetings, this gentleman?
Yes, he was actually on the board for HDC for many years while he taught at Purdue, yes.
That's what I thought. Okay, thank you.
Mr. President, if there's no further questions or concerns, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of contract for business consulting strategies and training for small businesses in Hammond, Indiana.
I second.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Myrick, seconded by Commissioner Tomich. Is there any further questions or discussion from Ms. Anderson on this? Okay, roll call, please.
Talmadge,
Yes.
Soto Presley,
Yes.
Array,
yes,
Myrick,
Yes.
Poppers.
Yes, motion passes 5 yes. Okay, number 8 is approval of license and agreement between the Word Made Fresh Ministries and Hammond Redevelopment Commission.
In front of you, Commissioners, is a license and agreement between the Redevelopment Commission and the Word Made Flesh Ministries Church. They requested, over a month ago, permission to use redevelopment-owned vacant lot just west of their church. They are located at 700 Sibley Street, so just east of our downtown area. They are having a tent revival event this coming Saturday on the 10th from 2 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. And they have requested permission to use this vacant parcel for spillover in case they have a high attendance, which they're hoping. It would be with tables and chairs and perhaps some children's activities. So our commission created this lease. If signed tonight, we will then go forth and get it signed by the church representatives, and they will have permission to use the parcel this Saturday for 2.5 hours.
Does anybody have any questions, or?
And I believe in our recent history, we have, the redevelopment has given permission to use HRC-owned land to other organizations in Hammond. So this is something that we have done before. Not necessarily with this church, but we have done it before.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion for approval of the license and agreement between the Word Made Fresh Ministries and the Hammond Redevelopment Commission.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Soto Presley, seconded by Commissioner Myrick. Let's have a roll call then, please.
Talmadge,
Yes.
Soto Presley,
Yes.
Array,
yes,
Myrick,
Yes.
Poppers.
Yes, motion passes 5 yes. Okay, number 9 is a resolution 2022-3, a resolution of Hammond Redevelopment Commission rescinding resolution number IND-R-37-13, declaring the Turner Park Urban Renewal Area Number 1 to be blighted and approving an urban renewal plan.
May I proceed?
Yes.
Waiting on you.
Oh, okay, I was waiting for acknowledgement.
Sorry, I was just looking at something.
Okay,
We have Brian Poland.
all right, so I'm going to start out with the question. Do any of you know where the Turner Park Urban Renewal Area is?
No, but that was gonna be one of my questions for you.
It's off of Michigan there, right?
Very good. Therein lies the reason for this resolution. So the Turner Park Urban Renewal Area is basically Michigan Street between Homan Avenue and Calumet Avenue, the Grand Cal River on the north, and there's a set of railroad tracks to the south. The urban renewal area was created 60 years ago. And it is still showing up in the title work of various properties. And if you recall from the one of our previous meetings where we were looking at the Millennium development and the Torrance property, that's where I initially brought this to everybody's attention, that this plan is sorely out of date and has no bearing on really any of the development that we are doing in 2022. So the resolution is concluding that discussion that we had, is to officially eliminate the urban renewal area, and then once we have that from your approval, we will have this recorded against all the properties within that area, so then it will now show up as a cleared item on the title policies for that area.
Brian, I have a question. Is that area over by the, okay, Michigan? Okay, we have Calumet, and then Soul Avenue. Is that park in there where the ramps are, the bike ramps, and where the kids play soccer by the lake, by the little Calumet?
By the Grand Cal River, yes. That's the property in essence is 4 quadrants, but it's Soul's in the middle of the between Hammond and Calumet, and that northeast quadrant is where I think the street department has a place for them to put some of their materials. That was, if I recall correctly, the former location of a grade school.
Right,
Yeah, I don't remember which one it was.
Riverside
Was it
Elementary.
I thought Riverside was down by the Little Cal.
Riverside was by.
This was Spone. Perhaps it was Spone.
Well, Spone is on the north side, and then Riverside Elementary is
Oh,
on the south
okay.
side.
Okay. So nonetheless, the school's been gone for a number of years.
Yeah,
And this also was a location historically of Turner Fields,
right.
named after A. Murray Turner, who was basically the father of the Parks Department. And that is also the field in which the predecessor team to the Chicago Bears played. So it has a lot of history as far as the Turner Park name. And that's where the Housing Authority at the northwest corner, and there's People's Park that's immediately at the northwest corner of Seoul and Michigan. But the Turner Park Townhouses retains that name, and then the Humphrey Building is the tall building that's there. But so, as I indicated before, the reason for this plan no longer exists. The development that it promoted was basically the public housing and the senior buildings. And so we just ask for your approval on the resolution to eliminate the urban rural area.
So I have another question.
Sorry.
Sorry. I know that, a lot of times when I've driven by there, I see a lot of adolescent children, teenagers, using those bike ramps. I see a lot of families playing soccer in the field that's there. So what other areas do we have that can kind of replace that for our residents in Hammond, if that's going to be eliminated for them?
The action here has no relationship to eliminating that.
Okay.
This is just eliminating a document that's
Oh, all
in the
right.
title record.
So business as usual can still happen there?
Under the jurisdiction of the Parks Department and things like that, if they allow it, then that's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for clearing that up. Okay.
Mr. President, if there's no further questions or discussions, I'll make a motion for the approval of resolution 2022-3, a resolution of the Hammond Redevelopment Commission rescinding resolution number Indiana R-37-13, declaring the Turner Park Urban Renewal Area Number 1 to be blighted and approving the urban renewal plan.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion then by Commissioner Myrick, seconded by Commissioner Tomich. Let's have a roll call, please.
Tomich?
Yes.
Earl Presley?
Yes.
Ray?
Yes.
Myrick?
Yes.
Poppers?
Yes, motion passes, 5 yes. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Number 10 is approval of deed dedication for real estate commonly known as 5210 Holman Avenue.
Good evening to the commissioners. Congratulations on your recent nuptials, Mr. President.
Oh, thank you.
Sure. This is the location, the lot is the location of the former rotunda, or it's the artwork, the rotunda. It's still in existence, it's just been relocated temporarily to the area to the west, north of Rimbach, near Morton Court. So it's just temporarily there. As you know, the Hammond hired Jeff Speck to do a master plan for downtown Hammond, and the decision was made to realign Rimbach to the way it had been years ago. And so what we're asking is that parcel where the new replacement Rimbach is going to go be dedicated as right-of-way. And so that's what this action is. It's a parcel that's owned by the Redevelopment Commission, and so we're asking your approval to dedicate the portion of the lot owned by the Redevelopment Commission as right-of-way. And I take any questions.
Well, thank you. City Engineer Dean Button, appreciate it. I know you talked about this before a little bit too.
Mr. President, I make a motion for the approval of the deed of dedication for real estate commonly known as 5210 Homan Avenue.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion then by Commissioner Tomich, seconded by Commissioner Myrick. If there's no further questions for City Engineer Dean Button, then let's have a roll call, please.
Tomich,
Yes.
Soto Presley,
Yes.
Gray,
Yes.
Myricks,
Yes.
Poppridge.
Yes, motion passes 5 yes.
Thank you.
Okay, you're not done yet.
Yes, sir.
Number 11, approval of proposal for Rimback Plaza fountain design by Fountain Technologies.
So the board will recall, or I should say the commission will recall several weeks ago approving a design plan with Planned Environment Associates to do the Rimback Plaza. John Rubel was here at the time. John does not do hydraulic design of a fountain, and so we found a company, Fountain Technologies, who does this sort of work. It's a company that John has worked with in the past and has been very successful with. As you know, we don't design a lot of fountains for the city. We've done some splash pads with different organizations, but this is something that's more of a decorative area. It's not intended to be a child playing feature. It's more for reflection and meditation, those sorts of things. And so we reached out and got a proposal. You should have that in your packet before you. I would entertain any questions that you might have at this time.
I was asking earlier, should we worry about the fact that it said we have 30 days to accept this contract, and it was given to us on July 29th?
I couldn't get it to you fast enough to get it on the board for approval. I've checked with the consultant, and they are happy to hold the price and knew that this delay was not going to be a problem for them in their proposal.
Okay.
Mr. President, if there's no further questions or discussion, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of proposal for Rimback Plaza fountain design by Fountain Technologies.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Myrick, seconded by Commissioner Tomich. Let's have a roll call then, please.
Tomich,
Yes.
Soto Presley,
Yes.
Gray,
Yes.
Myricks,
Yes.
Poppridge.
Yes, motion passes 5 yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, number 12, approval of interlocal governmental agreement between the City of Hammond, Indiana by its Board of Public Works and Safety and the City of Hammond by through its Hammond Redevelopment Commission for real estate commonly known as 5111 Calumet Avenue.
Commissioners, in your packet, you will see the interlocal governmental agreement for the city-owned parcel at 5111 Calumet Avenue. Also added in is a resolution number 2002-4, a resolution adopting this real estate from the City of Hammond, approved by the Board of Works. So 5111 is a city-owned property. It has been requested by a neighboring commercial owner to purchase the parcel in order for them to expand their business. In order to do that, we need to just transfer the property from City of Hammond to redevelopment.
Mr. President, I make a motion to approve the approve of the interlocal government agreement between the City of Hammond by its Board of Public Works and Safety and the City of Hammond by and through its Hammond Redevelopment Commission for Real Estate, commonly known as 5111 Calumet Avenue.
I second that.
And does that include Resolution 22-04? 22-4?
You can say that too.
And also for the approval of the resolution number 2022-4, the resolution of the Hammond Redevelopment Commission accepting the conveyance of real estate from the City of Hammond by its Board of Public Works and Safety.
Second.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Tomich.
Sorry.
There's a motion by
No, you're fine.
Commissioner Tomich, seconded by Commissioner Soto Presley. Is there any further questions or discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Talmadge,
Yes.
Soto Presley,
Yes.
Gray,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Poppers.
Yes, motion passes, 5 yes. All right, number 13 is our bills, register of claims.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to pay the register of claims for August 4th, 2022 through September 1st, 2022 inclusive, for register of claims R61974 through R62085 inclusive.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Soto Presley, seconded by Commissioner Myrick. That's the register of claims dating August 4th, 2022 through September 1st, 2022, claim R61974 through claim R62085. Is there any questions on these claims for staff? Okay, then roll call, please.
Talmadge,
Yes.
Soto Presley,
Yes.
Gray,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Poppers.
Yes, motion passes, 5 yes. Thank you. Brings us to number 14, reports. Ms. Anderson, would you like to share anything tonight?
I have nothing at this time. Thank you, though.
Okay, I see Ms. Awana Miller. She's joined us by Zoom. Would you like to share anything tonight, Ms. Miller?
No, sir, not under reports, but I do have something under new and unfinished business.
Okay, that is coming up then, thank you. All right, then that brings us to number 15, new and unfinished business. I think we have one item tonight.
Commissioners, in front of you, you should receive a drawing as well as a CDBG packet for a kayak and canoe ramp, ADA launch ramp that will be installed at Wolf Lake. I invited Matt Muta to come and explain the project. This project is basically between the Hammond Port Authority, Community Development, and the Mayor's Commission on Disabilities. So Matt Muta should be there to represent the Mayor's Commission on Disabilities.
He is, thank you, Ms. Miller.
Hi,
Welcome,
everyone.
Matt.
Hi. So, little background. Earlier this year, the Mayor's Commission on Disabilities, like Awana said, we partnered with the Port Authority and with the Department of Community Development with the intention to install a disabilities accessible kayak launch at Wolf Lake Park. So the launch itself will be a few hundred feet south of where the Sheffield Avenue pump station is, right on the corner of that parking lot. So we were inspired by several surrounding communities that actually have one of these already. So Gary, for example, has one at the Marquette Park Lagoon. And so we went out there and we kind of checked it out, and we contacted this company, EasyDock, who specializes in these installations. And here we are. This is the last step, and hopefully, if you guys approve, it'll hopefully secure funding for what we need for the project. So EasyDock is ready to go with the kayak launch. It's actually sitting right now at their warehouse. I've been in communication with their sales rep for quite some time with the intention of getting the project going. So he's actually ready to go next week. for the installation for the project because he wants to do it before the end of the summer. So that's where we're at. I'll take any other questions about the project if you guys have any.
Matt, the cost is not to exceed $41,084.72.
Yes, so I think there's a budget breakdown if you guys have one. There should be, yeah, I have one if you guys have, so,
I just wanted to get that, like,
yes.
record, right.
Okay.
Our copy says, and 70 cents.
Oh, then I miswrote it. Or I can't see without my glasses on, one of the two.
You're 2
We
pennies.
all have
but-
that problem.
Yes, $41,084.70.
70 cents, yes.
About how long is this gonna take, Matt?
To install, a couple of days.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
I figured it's pretty
Yeah.
fast.
I can't wait to go check it out.
I think this is, pretty cool to,
It is.
One very nice thing about it is it's disability accessible, but everybody can use it.
right.
It's not like, I know, like Dane, for example, lives on Wolf Lake. I'm sure that he'll probably explore usage of the kayak launch at some point. So,
Just another added thing for Wolf Lake, so, yep. I don't-
Commissioners, staff is just looking for approval of the CDBG grant agreement with the Hammond Port Authority to install the kayak and canoe ADA launch ramp at Wolf Lake in the amount of not to exceed $41,084.70.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion in by Commissioner Myrick, seconded by Commissioner Tomage. Let's have a roll call then, please.
Talmadge,
Yes.
Soto Presley,
Yes.
Gray,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Poppridge.
Yes, motion passes, 5 yes. Thank you, Ms. Miller. Thank you, Matt.
thank you, everybody.
Thank
Appreciate it.
you.
Thank you.
All right, I think that concludes new and unfinished business. Number 16 is public comment. Public comment is open now. If anybody wants to come forward, you have 3 minutes to speak. Okay, then public comment is closed. Public comment is closed. Number 17.
Mr. President, I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Can all signify by?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Meeting is adjourned.